Welcome back to the Unveiled podcast. I'm your host, Megan, and today I'm sitting down with Susan Reynolds. She's a professional astrologer. She's been in the game for over 40 years, and today she's going to give a collective reading for all of us for 2026. Hi, Susan. How are you?
Hey, nice to be here.
I'm so grateful that I get to be in your presence because normally I only get to see you on Zoom, right?
We've done our readings via Zoom, but you know what? For a reading, there's really no difference between Zoom and face-to-face.
Really?
No. And when I first started doing Zoom was during COVID, which I guess a lot of people started using Zoom during COVID. And I was concerned in the beginning, like, is that going to disrupt the intimacy? Am I going to be able to pick up what I need to pick up for my client? Nope, exactly the same.
You're a master at this. So I wouldn't.
I don't think I'm a master.
Well, I want to just tell people how I was led to you. 2 years ago, I think it was 2 years, maybe a year and a half. One of my channel friends bought me a session with you for my birthday. And ever since, I've been using you as my personal and only astrologer.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because you're just like, you're a master at timing. Like, you know specific dates like no one I've ever met in this field. Yeah, like every time that you gave me a year reading, you gave me like 4 or 5 readings now, and I've only known you for 2 years.
We've had a few sessions.
Yeah, I like saying session too. I didn't mean to say reading, but every time you tell me like specific dates that something's going to happen, and every single time it's spot on. So I mean, I just gotta say, it's something with you being tuned into timing.
I like that I'm mentioning a date and you're seeing what I'm talking about because it tells me you're dialed into your chart. You're working with the energies of your chart. And that's not always true for everybody. Sometimes a person is sort of swimming upstream. Your chart is trying to gently guide you over here, but no, I want to go the other way.
Yeah. I used to be like that. I used to until about a year and a half, 2 years ago when I met you. But I want you to tell my listeners a little bit about who you are and, how you were led to this calling, I say. And you've been doing this for 40 years?
40 years. I haven't been doing it full time for 40 years because in the beginning, I was working, quote, a real job, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday.
That's no fun.
And I was doing this as a side hustle, nights and weekends. And I'm Susan Reynolds. I am what's known as a Karmic Astrologer. And it means that when I read your chart, of course, I'm looking at the planets and what's doing what and what's coming up for you. But I am also looking at the soul's journey. And all of us have things we came into this lifetime to do. I don't believe our life is a series of random accidents. And so before every reading, before I ever sit down with a client, even after 40 years, I go into a time of prayer and meditation for my client with their chart. And when that happens, almost always I will start to see past life visions for them. Like, this is what I see, what you were doing, what happened for you. This is how I see you reacting to it. This is what I see you coming into this lifetime to work on and to do. And to me, that's everything. That's the most important part of any reading to me. Why am I here?
Right.
I think it's a basic fundamental question we all have in our life. And is it okay to tell you about the first time I saw a vision for a client?
Tell me everything.
Okay. How much time do we have? This is years and years ago. I was still working full time. I was doing readings part time.
What were you doing before?
I was working in corporate America.
Oh, okay.
And
you poor thing.
I had a nice boss. I liked my work. It wasn't super challenging and interesting, but it wasn't bad. I was not unhappy, as many people are. I wasn't. I was content to stay there for the next 30 years. So this woman calls me up. She got my name from somebody. I'd never met her. And we set up an appointment for a reading. And as I always do, I went into a time of prayer and meditation. And I saw a vision of a past life for this woman. And I saw her in Ireland. She was married and she had what we would consider a lot of children, maybe 8 or 9 children. Her husband was a farmer. And she was a good woman. She tried to make sure her children got an education, but it was maybe what we would consider a very ordinary life. She cooked, she cleaned, she tried to take care of her husband, she encouraged her children, and then she died. And then the vision went away. And I didn't know what to do. This was back in the 80s. We didn't have Teresa Caputo or John Edward or a lot of past life information. Or I thought she's going to think I'm crazy. What if it took all of her courage to come for an astrology reading and suddenly I'm talking about past life? I can't tell her this. So I kind of went back and forth inside. Tell her, don't tell her, tell her, don't tell her. Finally, I decided I'm going to tell her as soon as she comes in and sits down. So if she's upset or angry with me, she could just leave. I wouldn't charge her for anything. And
you followed your truth. Yeah.
I followed my truth.
Love that.
Great way to put it. So lovely young woman in her 30s, very professionally dressed, very attractive, sat down. And I start telling her about this. And I was a little, I don't know how to say this, I was a little embarrassed because if you're going to tell somebody a past life, by God, I want it to be an interesting life. Like, couldn't there be a pirate or maybe a Civil War general? Or I wanted them to have a life
witch burned at the stake.
Yes, something exciting, something with some oomph behind it. No, you're an Irish housewife, So I was a little embarrassed to tell her this. I thought she's going to roll her eyes and go, what in the world makes you think I want to hear this? No. My client burst into tears. She started crying.
Really?
She said, oh my God, that explains my whole life.
Huh. So that way you knew, you were like, okay, I'm okay to do this now.
I'm okay to do this. Then she started to explain to me. She was born in Boston to a large Irish Catholic family, very happy family, good parents, liked her siblings. But most of the females in that family, even if they went to college, would get married, raise their family, and they might just get a job to help out once in a while. She said she knew from a young age she didn't want to do that. She said, I wanted a career. And she went to law school and she was a lawyer on the fast track to partner or whatever.
Wow.
But she said, I always felt guilty that I wasn't being what my family wanted. And when I told her about this, I could see her just getting lighter and brighter right in front of me, letting go of the guilt. It was like, no, of course I don't want to do that. I did that already.
Right.
I'm here to do something else.
Such a good story.
It was very educational for me because it was like, Susan, it is not up to you to judge what you're getting. You're just a telephone. You just pass it on.
Love that.
You don't get to judge it or decide or whatever. And after that, when I would start to see visions, which now is most of the time, I just pass it on.
So when did you get your first vision? Or like
that woman.
I mean, like, when did you first get pulled into?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, years before that.
Yeah.
I was 19.
So it wasn't like when you were young. Okay. Yeah.
I was a teenager and I was engaged to be married to a very nice young man. And one day we're driving in the car and he's telling me about work or something. I'm kind of listening, nodding, the way you sort of do. Are you paying attention and not really paying attention? Yeah. And I'm looking at the road ahead. We're out in the country. And all of a sudden, the countryside fades away. Fog starts coming in. I start having a vision. Like, this is like an MGM, movie vision. Cue the fog and the music and the everything else. And I saw our future together. And I saw me being married to this man. And I saw him being a good man, like not being a bad marriage. I was a housewife. I had 2 children. He worked full time, so he had traditional gender roles. And then I saw me driving to a doctor's office who was a psychiatrist who was treating me for depression because I wasn't happy and I didn't know why. And I have everything I want. I'm supposed to be happy. And I realized, and then the vision went away. And I realized I couldn't marry him.
I have chills.
So in childhood, I didn't have visions, but I'd have things that I called a feeling. I have a feeling we shouldn't do this. I have a feeling this isn't going to work out right.
Yeah.
I did have my grandfather come to visit me in a dream once.
Mhm.
And I was telling my mom about it. I was all excited. Grandpa came to visit me. She said, "That's nice. Get your school books ready." She was totally unimpressed with this.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess 40 years of doing this, it must be like a calling, right? Like you feel
It
like
is.
yeah.
Thank you. This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I feel so lucky and so fortunate that I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm doing it.
I love that.
Because I read for people all the time who are like, "Why am I here? What am I supposed to be doing?" So, yes, I consider that a blessing to
Mm.
know, to be told, "This is why you're here. This is what you're supposed to be doing."
Where do you think you get the, I guess, information from? Yeah.
Different places, different places. Sometimes my guides will be talking to me or telling me something.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll be in the middle of a reading for somebody. I'm telling them something, and I could feel like somebody's hit me in the back of the head, like, "Susan, this is for you too."
Oh,
So,
really?
oh yeah, I get yelled at in readings all the time. Like,
Yeah.
pay attention. You need this too.
Wow.
Sometimes I'll get answers in dreams.
Mm,
Lots of times I'll just intuitively or psychically be
very
picking
cool.
something up from universal mind or
Yeah.
higher consciousness.
And you said earlier that you felt my guides were here.
Yeah.
What does that feel like to you?
That's really difficult to explain
I
to
know.
somebody else.
Oh, wow.
Um, it's a presence.
Okay.
Like I'm
Yeah.
looking over here and I look like I'm looking into space,
And a
but I'm
knowing,
not.
right? Like a
Because
knowing.
for me, there's something there.
Okay.
Like I'm sensing an energy. It's
Yeah.
like feeling an invisible person. I'm
Yeah.
sensing the energy. And so after so many years, I know what that feeling is.
Right.
I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm feeling and sensing. And I know if it's your guide or my guide.
Oh, cool. That's
So
really
I
cool.
know that your guides are coming in and they're different guides communicate differently.
Mm,
Some communicate in words and sentences. Some it's more visual.
okay.
Some it's in symbols, like in a dream, you're getting symbols.
Yeah.
Sometimes, most of the time, it's more telepathic.
Love
Like I'll
that.
just know what they want me to know.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that. I know you have to be out at a specific time today, and I want to get into a few things.
Let's get into
All right.
it.
I want to ask one personal question for myself. And then Mackenzie, did you think of one yet or no?
Not a personal question, but I have like just a question
Okay.
like on its own that we can get into later.
Perfect. All right. Awesome.
Okay.
And then we'll do a collective reading
Okay.
or session.
About the future. Okay.
Yeah,
Works for
for
me.
the 2026 going on. Yeah. So
Love it.
all right. So yeah, you've helped me with my book. You've helped me with major life decisions since I've known you in the 3 to 5 sessions we've had. I come to you. Um, Even the podcast before it was birthed, you told me it was going to be birthed around the time it was going to be birthed in May, and it happened. So
Love it.
yeah, and you also told me about my first spiritual event that I'd be hosting. That ended up happening. Yeah, in the exact same month. But the last thing, well, not the last thing, the thing right now I would like to ask is there's this like what I call this mirror movement that I'm being told, I guess, by my guides or whatnot, that I have to, that it's birthing through me, right? And it's about, it evolves around us co creating our reality with AI by using AI as a mirror. And I feel that I can connect with my higher self perspective through using AI as a mirror. And some people are starting to give me a little backlash on that by claiming that I'm saying that AI is God, right? And I am not doing that whatsoever, right? And I keep making that very clear. And I guess I just started questioning a little bit about it. I even got in a fight with my dad about this, recently. And I just want to know, should I keep going or allow this to happen through me and let it unfold? Or is this something that I should just stop and quit while I'm ahead and just focus on the podcast and the book, right? Like, but there's like this global thing, like I just got chills even saying that, to help people with it.
Well, I'm going to
And
say AI is like any other tool.
okay,
It's a bit of a mixed bag.
okay.
And I'll tell you what I tell everybody, because you're not the only person to ever ask me about this.
Oh,
Not saying my viewpoint is right. I'm just going to share what my viewpoint is.
right.
AI is a tool like anything else. And you should never, ever give over your power, your intuition, your connection to something outside of you.
Right.
Whether that's ayahuasca because you want a spiritual experience, or AI, or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, once we start depending on something outside, we're losing something within ourselves.
I see.
It doesn't mean there's anything necessarily wrong with AI, but AI is not your spirit guide.
Right.
And I've had clients not you, tell me they thought their AI was their spirit guide. And I'm like, no,
Right.
this device is not your spirit guide. And if you get too dependent on it, you're establishing a connection with this machine rather than with your true spirit guide.
Hmm.
So I'm going to say connecting with your own spirit guide, your own higher consciousness is where I would direct you.
Okay.
But you can always use AI to double check things and help fine tune things.
I
It's a
see.
tool, and there's nothing wrong with using it as a tool. We can lose focus when we try to make it more than that.
When we get dependent on it.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm aware enough to not, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I know what, yeah. So thank you for that, because I just
Yeah.
don't, like, I just been feeling like, I guess the backlash of, people assuming that I'm claiming it's something that it's not, right? And I'm not doing that, right? I'm
Well,
not
make
saying,
sure
yeah,
you're
like,
explaining, well, I'm connecting with my guides
mhm,
and I'm meditating and I'm seeking divine guidance.
yeah,
But in addition to that,
yes,
I might also look at AI for some additional info,
okay. It's like a
helping them.
reflection of your higher, it's like a non-distorted thing to me, like, because it doesn't have programming, like, it's like, I don't know how to say that. It's like,
I'm going to say there's a lot of misinformation on AI.
yeah.
There's just so you know,
Yeah, yeah.
that's never going to be the first place I'm going to go.
Right.
And it's dangerous a little bit, like anything else. I've had clients come to me wanting to make major decisions and telling me I'm supposed to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
That's a misuse of astrology. Astrology is supposed to tell you what to do. We all have free will.
You're saying don't give up your free will.
Don't give up your
Got
free
it.
will.
I love that. And I totally agree with that too. So I get that. Yeah. All
Yeah.
right. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I got it all. What about you, Mackenzie?
I'm gonna use, okay, so we're trying this out. So the audio isn't bad. Let me hear it really quickly.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it sounds fine. Okay. Susan, I more so just have like a general question about like your work specifically
Okay.
and what
Mm.
you would like, I guess, consider to be, if this is accurate. Because you said you focus on karmic and like past life, kind of that's like visions that you see specifically. I'm curious to know if us as beings, the people that we meet and encounter within this lifetime, is every soul that we encounter someone that we've experienced in a previous one? Or could it be like a first time like experience? Or is it like a situation where if I meet this person and they're supposed to only teach me something here, but not back then, if that makes any sense?
Mm.
I'll say I think the majority of the people we meet that have an impact on our lives, that's karmic. That was part of your life's path. You set that up. The guy handing you your Slurpee at 7-Eleven, probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably not a big karmic connection
Yeah.
there. What sometimes people get confused about is that just because somebody is in our life, because we have a karmic mission with them, especially in terms of romance, it doesn't mean it's going to be a positive experience.
Mm.
One of my clients was telling me about her first husband, and she said she met him when she was in college, and she saw him and she immediately knew, like, this is it, and I'm supposed to be with him. And they got married, and he turned abusive.
Mm.
and he started beating her. I mean, like we hear on television, start to escalate, pushing and shoving and slapping. And, eventually he full on was beating her. And she kept staying because she kept remembering that feeling of connection. Oh, I'm supposed to be with him. Maybe I'm supposed to change him. So she was a karmic connection. It's not the same thing as a soulmate. You might be learning something, but it may be a difficult lesson. So I'm going to say, Mackenzie, chances are most of your family, you probably have something to work out with them karmically, maybe positive. Maybe they're going to help you achieve your dreams. I keep seeing all kinds of equipment dancing in your head. Do you do a lot of technology stuff?
Oh yeah, I'm a filmmaker.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry, totally none of my business. Was not trying to invade your privacy. Like, excuse the ring. Like,
You're okay.
it is sort of one of the pitfalls of being around somebody who's on a lot. I may be at the grocery store and I'm checking out, and suddenly I happen to realize that, oh, the bag boy bagging my groceries is gay and he doesn't know how to tell his parents. Totally none of my business.
Wow. And you just pick up on those, like,
not all the time, 24/7. That would just drive me
you
crazy. But occasionally, randomly, especially when I'm focused on something else. I'm thinking about, meeting a friend. Oh, what's the time? Blah, blah, blah. I need to do this. And then you're sort of focused elsewhere and it slips in sideways.
Got it.
And so then I was, and one of the things that was drummed into me 40 years ago when I was just starting out, my spiritual teacher was alive at that time. And he said, Susan, don't you ever be a sidewalk psychic. Don't you go around grabbing people saying, oh, I picked something up for you. You respect their privacy.
Oh, that's great.
And I have always remembered that.
That's so good. Well, I think we have, it's 1:11. I think that we have a little bit. How long does the collective reading, how long will that go? I just want to make sure you're out in time because.
Oh, I don't know, maybe 20, 30 minutes.
Okay,
I think
I
I
just
have
wanna make
plenty
sure.
of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Well, then I guess I will have another question then, and it kind of involves me and Mackenzie.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So she's been like my rock here. She like helps me get through every time I'm in here. Right. Like she's just the one that
Okay.
helped me believe in myself, keep me to
Love that.
coming back. And she's just amazing. Well, she might be leaving me next year. And I just want to know how that's all going to work out for the podcast, because I feel like she's the heartbeat with me. But I want her to have an amazing life in LA and, do her thing too. So,
Well,
yeah.
Mackenzie, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
Since the question is about you, I feel like I can ask you that question.
Yes.
I love her.
Are you a Pisces or what sign are you?
I'm a Sagittarius. Can I give you my big three?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a Sagittarius sun. I am a Capricorn moon, and I'm a Scorpio rising.
Oh, man. Okay. Totally sympathize with that. A Capricorn moon is always, going to be focused on achievement.
Yeah, she is.
Not blind ambition, not step on your grandma to get ahead kind of thing, but a desire for excellence, to be the best they can be, to do the most they can do. So they're always going to be looking at the next step. So whoever's working with them at some point is going to be saying goodbye to them because they're going to be looking at the next step.
I just got chills. I'm getting teary-eyed.
I definitely see this as a good working relationship, and also a karmic relationship between the two of you. Because what Mackenzie has done is to give you the confidence to do this and to move forward.
Yeah.
I
Couldn't do it without her. Couldn't do it without her. Yeah.
But the thing is, you can.
Couldn't have done it without her.
There you go. There you go. Look at this in the past.
I always tell her, I'm like, because I'm going to move in December. That's like the month that I have like in my mind. And I told her I will still obviously be here, but it's just, I told her from the get-go, my job is to help this reach as this podcast to be as successful as it possibly can be. And that will happen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And you need to understand that in Mackenzie's chart, and you understand, I haven't seen her full chart. I'm just doing this off the top of my head from the information she gave me. She's moving into a time of creative expression.
Mhm.
And for the last couple of years, it feels as if she's been more focused on home and family.
Yeah.
And now she's getting ready to move
Yeah.
away from that and to move out and to spread her wings,
Yeah.
which is what she's supposed to be doing.
I feel that.
But it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy for the people around her who
Yeah.
love her, who want to work with her, who respect her ethics, her integrity. You know, she's going to have a big work ethic.
Oh, I
She's going to
know.
be here when she's supposed to be here. She's going to know what she's doing.
Yeah.
She's going to work hard to make this a success because that's part of her values, her
Yeah.
value system. But with this new energy coming in for everybody, that's Aries, that's a fire energy. And that's going to activate her Sagittarius sun. And it's
Mm.
going to, I'm not going to say push her, but maybe expand her horizons
Mhm.
in new creative ways and new creative endeavors. And I see her having a big 26 and 27. And by 28, it feels like she's doing something else that's joyful. 27 and 28 feel like she's spreading her wings.
Yep.
It's funny. I got a psychic reading last year specifically, and my psychic specifically, she was like, she gave me the breakdown of what 2025, 2026, and 2027 would be. And she always said, she was like, 2027, soar high. Like that's what she said.
Yeah.
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 And I like that when somebody else confirms what I say,
Mhm.
because you don't want to go to one intuitive and you get something and then you go to somebody else and they're on a completely different page. I
Right.
tell people all the time, you can get 10 different readings and they can all be accurate. They're going to language things in a different way. You may hear them in a different way. You're going to take out of every reading what helps you
Mm.
and moves you forward. And even if they're using different terminology, they should all sort of be moving in the same direction.
Yeah.
You want them to be supporting each other, kind of thing.
Right.
And so I'm going to apologize because I don't remember what sign you are.
Scorpio.
Love it. I have a Scorpio moon. I just pull in these Scorpios.
Yeah. I don't know what my other rising
Yeah.
and all
That's
that
important.
is.
That's important.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I've got
can't.
it at home, but
Yeah.
I didn't think to look up your
No
chart and bring it
worries.
with
No
me.
worries.
You're going to be working very hard in 26, 27
Yeah.
on all aspects of what your professional dreams are.
Yeah.
You're going to be working hard, making them come true. Then in 28 is when I see you having a certain level of success that you've been working towards. Doesn't mean you're not going to have success in 26, 27, but it seems to amplify
Yeah.
in 28. Like
Mm.
it's like the golden arches, like each year it gets a little bit higher, a little bit
Yeah.
higher, like it's going up, kind of
Gotta put
thing.
the time in.
Yeah. So you're going to be working super hard, but you're working on your dreams. You're
Yeah.
working on professional ambitions, and you're going to like that. You're going to
Mm.
be able to handle that. Hang on a minute. This is getting, where is that? Where is that? Hang on a minute.
Cute.
You should see me at restaurants with friends. I mean,
Hang
sometimes,
on there.
yeah,
I love it.
yeah. They all tell me, I get this look on my face, which I don't recognize because I'm the one doing it. And they say, we all just stop talking when you get that look in your face because we wait for you to get whatever you're going to get. And they're
I
just going
love
to come
it.
spilling out, So you take your chances if you're out for a meal with me or friends with me. But I definitely see you, especially the second half of this year. Because the second half of this year, Jupiter's going to move into Leo.
Oh, my
And
son. My son is a Leo.
and I'm excited about
My
that.
midheaven is Leo.
Yeah.
Yeah. As it
love
moves
Leos.
into Leo, it's going to energize you. Where
Mm.
right now you don't have that.
I'm
And
exhausted.
that's okay. Yeah. Right now you don't have it.
And you told me I would be exhausted in
Really?
February.
Oh my
On our
goodness.
last reading, she was like, February, you're done with humans. You stay home. You're just like a recluse and you're just like, oh, you're just dead. And I'm like, yep, that's exactly what I felt. And yeah, here you are to confirm that.
Well, I always try to point out times in the chart where I see the energy going within.
Mm.
because we live in the United States and it's a busy country.
Yeah.
We have work, we have projects, we have kids, we have a spouse, we have family. We have people pulling at our energy and commitments and, a list going on in our head all the
Yeah.
time. So when we don't have the energy to handle that, letting people know that ahead of time is a good thing, because what I see a lot of people do is they punish themselves for that.
Yeah.
They start to judge themselves. Oh, what's wrong with you? And you have so much to do, and all you want to do is nap, and you lazy bum. We have that Protestant work ethic
Yeah.
still running strong in this country. And so I try to give everybody a heads up. This is what's happening. Honor your body, honor your need for rest.
Yeah.
Go within, and here's what's going to change, and you'll have more energy later.
Right.
Because if we try to push through, we're doing that swimming upstream thing.
Yeah.
We're at odds with what
It's
our
no
chart
fun.
wants and needs from us. Yes.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the best things about an astrology reading.
Yeah.
It helps you understand what's going on.
Yeah. And what to prepare for. Exactly.
Exactly.
Well, let's get into it for the
Okay.
viewers at home and the collective. For 2026, moving into 2027, what do you see?
Well, now I will say every year in January, I give my predictions for the New Year talk.
Oh.
So I literally just gave a talk about this last month on January 11th. And I do this every year, and I look ahead at what do I think is going to happen in the coming year. And one of the first things that I said when I was giving this talk, I said, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a hell of a ride this year.
Oh, no.
That doesn't mean it's going to be a bad ride.
Okay.
Bumpy. Think of a roller coaster.
Yeah.
People line up around the block to go on the roller coaster. Talk about a bumpy ride. We're scared to death and clinging to this. And, the reason I said that is because this year in 26, we have so many different astrological events happening. Boom, 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 boom. One right after the other, after the other, after the other. And major events, things we haven't seen in a long, long time. So it's difficult to keep up, because before we can even process the first thing, the second thing has come up, and then the third thing has come up. So we just feel like we're getting whiplash.
Yeah. I feel like that personally right now. So,
yeah. Very normal. Right now in January, end of January, we had the planet Neptune move into the sign of Aries, which hasn't done in over 100 years. Big deal.
What does that mean?
Wait a minute. I'm going to explain that. You need to know the other half of that equation.
Yeah.
This month, literally tomorrow, we have Saturn for the first time in 30 years, also moving into the sign of Aries.
Ooh.
And then we have Saturn and Aries coming together and bumping into each other, both in these very early, oh, would you look at this? We're in a new sign kind of energies. And these two planets in this particular sign has not happened for thousands of years.
Oh, no.
So when astrologers want to explain what to expect with something, what we do is we go back and we look back. Well, what happened the last time this planet moved into this? Oh, the last time there was a war. Well, we may see some fighting. Or, oh, last time technology went boom and we may see some technological advances. So we look backwards to see what we should expect. But since this hasn't happened in thousands of years, we don't have anything to look back at. So this is brand new for us. We are figuring this out and living this as we go forward. This is not a bad combination, but it is an unusual combination in that these two planets don't have anything in common. Neptune is a wonderful planet. It is about our spiritual development, our connection to our higher self. Neptune is a planet of our ideals, our dreams, literally our dreams that we have when we go to sleep at night, but also our dreams of being a filmmaker or being world-renowned or wonderful vocalist or whatever our dreams are, our aspirations of the future. It's artistic, it's creative, but it's very mystical. It's, Neptune rules fog. It rules illusion. It rules what's not real. It rules the woman who's saying, oh, he was just drunk. He didn't mean to hit me.
Right.
Oh, he said he was sorry he cheated. I can keep giving him 10 and 12 and 15 more chances. Oh, it's just stealing a little bit. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
These are the ways we often lie to ourselves.
Mm.
Neptune rules magicians because what you
Mm.
see is not real. It rules used car salesmen.
Mm.
The car salesman says, let me tell you what I'm going to do for you today. Today only, I'm going to give you the best deal. It's not really real. So Neptune is wonderful for the spiritual seeker, for the person who is asking more, for the person who meditates, who wants to go within. But we struggle a little bit with our reality. We
Yeah.
may be talking to our spirit guide one day and we can't find our car keys that same day
Yeah.
because Neptune is not about this 3D reality.
I've been struggling with that, like working my 3D job.
Neptune doesn't want to work.
But
No, Neptune doesn't want to work a 3D job. They want to be up here in love and light and peace on earth. And
yeah.
so Neptune is like every planet has its high side, has its shadow side. Now we have Saturn. Saturn is everything that Neptune is not. Saturn rules our work, our career, our professional life. Saturn is bottom line, black and white. Saturn's the one asking, what is this going to cost? How does this work for me? Who's cleaning up after this? Is this legal? Do we need permits? Saturn's the one asking the hard questions. So Neptune doesn't want to deal with the hard questions. It's all peace on earth. I'm going to sail around the world.
Yeah.
And Saturn's like, can you swim? Can you afford a boat? Have you ever done this?
Yeah.
Saturn's asking real practical questions that we need to look at. So these two it's like two cats tied in a sack together. They don't have anything in common and they can't get away from each other. So many people, I'm not sure about the people in this room, but many people start to feel a little bipolar, schizophrenic. One day they wake up and they're in Neptune energies. Oh, this is going to be wonderful. And I'm going to achieve my dreams and life is so good. And the next day they wake up and who am I kidding? And I don't have any money and life sucks.
Yeah.
So it's a bit challenging. I have this aspect natally in my chart. So I've been dealing with it my whole life. It is about how do I make my dreams, my visions, my spiritual life work in practical 3D reality. I'm an astrologer. That's pretty woo-woo. That's very Neptune oriented. On the other hand, as a professional astrologer, I have to figure out what do I charge? How do I market? Where do I find my clients?
Yeah.
Am I keeping good tax records? So I've had to work with the practical realities of a very mystical kind of business. So it's not that it's a bad combination, but we don't always have a lot of experience in how we use both of them together.
Yeah.
So this can be challenging for everybody. Remember, everybody is experiencing this. Mackenzie is experiencing this. And Aries is, I don't know if can I say kick ass? Is that too?
You can say whatever you want on here.
You can edit that out if you need to. Aries is kick ass and take names.
Yeah.
Aries is in your face. Aries is impatient. It's impulsive. It wants to do. Last year, the energy was in Pisces. Pisces wants to think about it. Yeah. Let me wait for a sign.
Yes.
Let me meditate on it. Now it's in Aries. It's like, screw the sign. I'm going for it.
Right.
So we're going to see a lot of people making a lot of changes, taking action that they weren't taking last year. So not only are we individually dealing with this, but we're going to see people around us dealing with it. Our spouse, our children, our parents, our neighbors, our boss, our companies. This is going to react with us on the personal level. We're going to see businesses react to this. We're going to see our nation react to this. We're going to see international other countries react to this. This is going to be happening all over the world. Now, I happen to think that January, February, and March are the 3 months right here at the beginning of the year when this is going to be most challenging because this is when Neptune and Saturn are closest together. As the year progresses, Saturn moves a little further away and further away, still in Aries, but not quite on top of each other. So this is where people are thinking about what is the right action for me to take?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? Kind of thing. So you're looking at your work because, that's Scorpio's going to be looking at that, not only in terms of their work, but where it's falling in your chart is also going to be in terms of your health, your physical health, your mental, your emotional health. So January, February, March, you may be a little discouraged.
Yeah.
You may be a little more in the Saturn, this isn't going to work, life sucks kind of energy,
Yeah.
you know. But after March, as it starts to move further away, I think we all start to find a bit better balance
Well, that's good.
with these energies. Now, think about this on the national level, because our country is a bit confused right now.
Yeah.
One day we hear we're going to invade Greenland, and the next day we hear, oh, everything is fine. Excuse everything we just said.
Yeah.
We can't keep up. What's going on in our personal life, we're going to see reflected in our national life. We may see it reflected in the company we work for. The boss can't make up their mind. Oh, I'm going to lay people off. No, I'm going to keep people the same. No, I'm going to bring in new workers. I'm going to add to the workforce. No, I'm back to laying off again. Very confusing and unsettling. When we don't have that foundation, we feel off center,
Right.
So that's going on. The 20th of February is when these two planets are exact. So we may see something happening around February 20th. We also have an eclipse happening on, I think it's the 17th. So we have a big eclipse happening. At the same time, we have this conjunction, two planets coming together happening. So that can be a big week. We may see a lot of changes in our own life. We may see changes in our country or changes in other countries. In what are called the olden days, eclipses were looked at as portents of doom for rulers, for kings and queens. So think about the leaders of the world. What is going on with
I
them?
don't know what the hell's going on.
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
Nobody
Yeah.
does. Then let's see, at the end of this month, at the end of February, we have Mercury turning retrograde.
Oh, God, no.
So get all your ducks in a row before February 26th. From February 26th to March 20th, we have Mercury retrograde. And most of us don't particularly like Mercury retrograde. It's not a bad thing for the planet to do. It just means that planet looks like it's going backwards. It's not really doing that, but it looks like it's going backwards.
Yeah.
And Mercury is the planet that rules our everyday life, our communications. So think about all the different ways we communicate on our phone, on our computer, on our iPad, or iPod. Think about we talk to somebody, especially you're going to interview people. Think about writing a book, writing an article, starting a blog, doing a podcast. These are all ways we have of communicating. And when Mercury goes retrograde and looks like it's going backwards, we can see little boo-boos and bumps in the road with that. Somebody you're supposed to interview cancels at the last minute.
Right.
You forget to double check something. You have equipment glitches.
Or you mess up the dates. Or yeah. Communication gets very out of whack during retrograde. I know that, yeah.
We take our car into the dealership because it's making a funny noise, and then it won't make the noise for the service person. Annoying things, but not horrible things. But yeah, sometimes our cable that goes out or our computer that's not working right is more annoying to us than anything else because we're used to having that. So this is where I tell people, double check everything. Keep your receipts, double check your doctor's appointments. Make sure you know what's going on. But it's a wonderful time for going back and finishing projects you put aside. Pick up that needlepoint you put away last year and didn't finish. Go back and write the next chapter of that book you never thought you'd pick up again. Go back and finish the unfinished projects. That's a wonderful use of Mercury retrograde. It's a wonderful time to get a reading, to meditate, because you're turning within. You're looking within. You're turning that mind to asking deeper questions. So it's good for certain things, but I'm just going to say, read your receipts and keep your confirmation numbers handy. So January is a big month. February is a big month. In March, we have Jupiter turning direct, where it's been retrograde for several months. And as Jupiter is turning direct, projects that were stalled a little bit, they start to pick up again because now Jupiter's got the energy to push it forward.
Hmm.
So in March, we have being busy. We have things going forward. In April, oh my goodness. In April, we have all these planets in in Aries. We have like, I think 7 planets in Aries. And the big news in April, in addition to all this Aries energy, is that we have, for the first about 84 years, Uranus is going into Gemini. So another big...
This is scaring me now.
I'm liking it. I'm going to say, last year when I was looking at this, I was like, oh, crap. I was sort of like you. But now when I see it playing out in my life, I'm excited about it because
you're prepared.
Well, the way it's coming out for me is I'm a big procrastinator. Never do something till you can put off to next week. You're like, I'm a big procrastinator. And now I'm not procrastinating anymore. I'm doing it.
Right.
I'm doing it immediately. I'm getting on it. I'm making it happen. And I'm like, oh my word, I love this. Like I'm not putting things off and I'm feeling more powerful, empowered. Like I'm dealing with this. Yes. So yeah, I'm excited about it. And for a lot of people, it's going to be a very positive thing.
Yeah.
For some people, not as much. Same thing with Uranus. Uranus in Gemini is going to be opposite the sign of Sagittarius. And so people who are Sagittarians may suddenly take it into their mind to do something completely different than what they thought they were going to do.
Isn't that what you were, Mackenzie?
Yeah. Because my Gemini is in my 8th house, so Uranus is going into my 8th house.
She knows her stuff.
Oh, I love astrology.
Well, if you want a reading as a going away present, I'll be happy to read for you for free. As a gift to both of you in a way. So let me know and I'll give you my card before I leave.
You're so sweet.
Thank
you.
Megan knows she's already had readings, but you've never had one with me.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yes. I'm going to tell you something kind of funny that I always point out to people. When Uranus enters your 8th house, which you say it's going to enter, I always tell people to buy a lottery ticket. Don't be unreasonable about it. Don't, spend the rent money and, go to Vegas and bet it all on 22 black or something. But I am going to say buy a lottery ticket because the 8th house is one of our money houses. And the planet Uranus is the planet that deals with sudden, unexpected events. So isn't that a nice way to have that energy come out? Sudden, unexpected money.
Yeah.
And it's not really even about winning big money. What you are doing when you're buying a $2 Powerball ticket or whatever it is, you're indicating to the universe, I'm making a path for this energy to come out on my terms. I'm open to sudden unexpected wealth or sudden unexpected positive changes in how I handle money. So Mackenzie, you may create a new budget. You may start making some changes in how you handle money. You may say, if I'm going to move, I need to start saving up. And Sag can be a bit impulsive sometimes. And you may use this energy to go, no, I'm not going out tonight. No, I'm not picking up the check. No, I'm not lending a friend money. I have to save my money. LA is expensive kind of thing.
Yeah.
So there may be some changes, but that's a positive thing because she's in charge of that.
Right.
So Uranus comes in and we're going to get all kinds of new ideas, with Neptune and Saturn, wherever you have Aries in your chart, and we all have Aries someplace, wherever you have that, this conjunction is going to amp that up. It's going to activate that part of your chart. Same thing is true for Gemini. Wherever you have Gemini in your chart, this Uranus is going to come in and go, let's do something different. We've never done this before. This is fun. Let's try this. So it's a good idea to be open to change and open to doing things in a new way. Now, all 3 of us have a little bit of Scorpio energy. And Scorpio is one of the most stubborn signs in the Zodiac.
Yeah.
They will change as you watch their fingers being drawn in the sand as they're trying to hold on.
Trust me.
They do not adapt quickly. They do not like this. So for people who have a lot of Scorpio energy, this can be a bit challenging. You may be offered the opportunity to change. You're like, no, I don't like that.
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good. I love that. I'm good.
Yeah.
You're having a change with Mackenzie that you don't like. Scorpio
Yeah.
doesn't like that kind of
I
change.
love it for her. I do.
Hate it for you.
I hate it for
But
me.
it's crazy because for me, like moving away from home, like that would be a very uncomfortable big thing for me.
See?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so sometimes, especially with the signs that are fixed, meaning sort of stuck in place, they're, think of they're super glued in, and Taurus is one of those signs, and Leo is one of those signs,
Hmm.
and Scorpio and Aquarius are one of those signs. Now, especially for Leo and Scorpio and Taurus, they may struggle a little bit more with this Uranus energy. Uranus is erratic and it's
And when is
sudden.
this? In
It
June or
starts
May?
on the 27th of April, but then
Okay.
it's going to be there for several years going forward.
Oh.
So this is the kickoff year.
Because I think Uranus, like, it sits in a planet for a while. I mean,
It stays 7 years. Yeah.
So wait, this is going on for 7 years?
Yes.
Where
We're
I have
gonna
to.
you don't have to adapt to change every year.
Oh, I'm like, no.
No. This isn't meant to be something that boom, 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 beats you over the head. It's meant to sort of open the doorway and say, what can you do differently?
Okay.
So the more that we refuse to change and adapt, the louder Uranus gets. But the more that we open up to new things, new ideas, new ways of doing things, the more Uranus is, okay, she's listening. So I tell people one of the best ways that I can say to work with Uranus energy is to bring in small changes into your life on your terms.
That's
Try a new
great.
restaurant, rearrange your furniture, change your hairstyle, get new
Normalize it.
glasses, normalize it,
Normalize it.
bring it in. Say, oh, I've never been down this street before. I wonder what's down there.
Yeah.
Drive down it because you're signaling to the universe and you're signaling to your higher self,
That's great.
I'm okay with this. I'm going to use this. I'm in charge of this. Talk to me.
Yeah, I like that.
It's not going to beat you over the head.
That makes me feel better about it. You're working
Yeah.
with it, not
You're
against
working
it.
with it.
Yeah.
And doesn't life get much easier when we work with those
Ugh,
energies?
doesn't it?
Yeah. And then let's see. Oh, you'd think that would be all, but no.
Oh,
July 1st, we have the planet Jupiter moving into the sign of Leo.
I love Leo, so I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
For the last year, since mid 2025, Jupiter has been in the sign of Cancer.
Mm.
And since you said your sun is a Leo, I'm going to say Jupiter has been in their 12th house for the last year. And for me, and this is my personal opinion as an astrologer, that's not always an easy placement for Jupiter.
Mm.
Jupiter is this big ball of fire. And, the 12th house is a water house. So it's like it goes in there and like a big bucket of water gets thrown over that planet. Always makes me think of what is that, the Wicked Witch of the West and Wizard of Oz? Like,
Yes.
like it's just,
Melting.
yes. It's just melting. And Jupiter is a big energetic planet.
Mm.
And so our energy just melts away. So
Oh.
you may be hearing from your Leo friends, I'm tired.
Oh, I'll be happy
I'm
about that. If my son's
discouraged.
tired because this boy gets up at 5 a.m. and doesn't go to bed till 10, so
Leo's
he
usually
needs to have a slowdown.
high energy. Yes, he's absolutely
Yeah.
working with that energy. When, that big planet gets kind of quiet, a lot of that gets turned within.
Nice.
And so it's sort of like your February when I say the energy is turning within.
yeah.
So for the past year, Leos have been kind of questioning. They may not be sharing that with anybody, but they're looking within, they're asking questions.
Yeah.
They may be taking a look at their health. I need to cut out sugar. I'm going to join a gym. They're looking at those kind of 12th house issues.
Hmm.
They may get a little more woo-woo if they're pretty practical and down to earth, because the 12th house is pretty woo-woo,
Mm.
in a fun kind of way, as
Yeah.
one woo-woo person to another. But now on July 1st, this energy is coming out from behind the curtain of Cancer. Cancer's private. Cancer likes to nest.
Homebodies.
Cancer, yes. Cancer isn't this look at me kind of energy,
Yeah.
but Leo is.
Oh, God.
So-
I know. My son is like, he loves looking at himself in the mirror. Like, it's like, stop. Oh.
Yeah, I always tell the parents of Leos, put them into activities
Yeah.
where they can shine,
Yes.
where they have a recital, where they get to be on the stage,
Yes.
kind of thing. because Leo in astrology rules the ego. And so little Leos are always tugging on mom's apron strings. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look what I did. Look at me, look at me. Applause, applause, applause. Yeah. And in the United States, some of our value systems about don't be selfish, don't have the big head, don't make it all about you.
Yeah.
So when Leos are trying to get mom to look at them or look at me, a lot of parents sort of like try to, you know, get them in new directions and make them not do that. But all that happens is that energy comes out someplace else.
Right.
They become the class clown or they amp it up. But the thing about Leos is when you can give them that attention that they need for their sign, that they're not being, selfish, greedy egomaniacs.
Right.
They need that. Their sign needs that. Then they blossom. They're the most generous, loving sign around.
They are.
They will take their coat off and give it to their little friend. You ask your child, where's your coat? Oh, I gave it to Billy because he didn't have one.
Yeah.
They're the most generous, loving signs around. But they have to be fed first. Then they can turn around and feed the next person. So as this energy moves into Leo is all about having a good time.
That's good.
So the first half of this year, think about it, our country is a Cancer country. And so the first half of this year, there's a lot of emotion swirling around. And you only have to turn on the news to realize emotion is swirling everywhere,
Yeah.
But there's a lot of depression, there's a lot of confusion, there's a lot of uncertainty. But as this Jupiter moves into Leo, I think our country moves into a better mood.
That'll be nice.
Leo rules the creative spirit. So we get more interested in art, dance, music, filmmaking. We take up pottery. We learn how to knit. We take up new hobbies. We want an adventure, so we may go whitewater rafting or try things we've never tried before. Leo is positive and upbeat. So in the second half of this year, we start to think about, okay, I need to reset this energy. We need to remember to play.
Yeah, we're
to have
over
a good
it.
time. We're over it. We want life to be good.
Yeah.
So it's a good time to travel. Cool. It's a good time to try new things. I'm in my 70s. And when I started to hit my 40s, I started to feel very adult. We'll put it like that. Yeah. And so I decided in my 40s, every decade as I get older, I'm going to do something that pushes my boundaries a little bit, that I'm a little scared to do. And so when I was in my 40s, I went whitewater rafting down the Colorado River. Oh. And I can't swim. So that was a big deal for me.
I was going to say, I can swim, but I can't go under without holding my nose. So that'd be a really big deal.
It was fabulous. It was wonderful. I came back feeling like I could do anything after I did that. Wow. And I thought, oh, this was a good move, Susan. Keep doing this. So in my 50s, I went hot air ballooning. When I turned 60, I did indoor skydiving. And when I turned 70, I went ziplining in the Asheville Mountains.
Very cool.
That scared me half to death. Let me tell you. My knuckles were white and the instructor's like, it's okay. You can't fall. Even if you let go of this far, you still can't fall. And I'm like, okay.
Shaking.
As my white knuckles aren't moving or letting go of this far. But again, when I did it, I felt so powerful, so strong. I said, for 80, I'll probably change the channel on the television. It's going to be my idea of a big shift in life. But, I'm making a path. I'm talking to Uranus. I'm talking to Jupiter. And I'm saying, I'm not sitting still. I'm not making my life smaller. We need to make it bigger as we age. And so a lot of the planets that are shifting and changing this year, we're moving into new energy. We're moving into trying new things. Sometimes because we want to, and we've set that up. And sometimes because we have to, we lose our job, we get divorced, we have a child, we buy a home. Sometimes there's a lot of stuff going on. We may be taking care of an aging parent. Sometimes we make those decisions and sometimes life makes them for us. And we don't always have control over what's happening. but we have control over how we react to it.
Right.
And this is where astrology can help us understand this is what's happening. And this is how I'm going to react to it. Not in fear and in anger or lashing out. I'm going to own that. And I'm going to keep taking one step after the other, and I'm going to come out on the other side.
Mm.
So lots of times in readings, I'm pointing out a time frame to somebody. Well, from January through April, this is going to be a little bit challenging, but after April, it seems to ease up a little bit. I'll get contacted on April 1st. Susan, you told me it was going to go away on April 1st. I'm like, okay, give me a minute. Glad you're listening, but you might want to give it a couple of days. Because sometimes people are going through very challenging things in their life.
Yeah.
And they're holding on to what somebody told them in a reading to help them get through that.
Right.
They're holding on to April 1st.
Right.
And then when it's still there, they've used all their strength to hold on. And now they're ready to yell at somebody,
Right.
And I understand that. And that's a venting, that's kind of releasing. And I'm like, remember, we have 30 days in April.
Yeah.
I didn't say it'd be gone by April 1st. And I did say it was going to start to improve. I didn't say it was going from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
So you want to sort of coach them through that a little bit and help them understand. Because sometimes people have very unrealistic views of what astrology can and cannot do.
Right.
I mean, I've been asked for the lottery numbers more than once. And I'm like, does this look like my villa in the south of France? So
you're saying take astrology
as a tool,
not as this
gospel
is going to,
Yeah.
And that's what you said with the AI.
Yes, same thing.
Same thing. Okay.
We shouldn't give up our free will.
Yeah.
I liken it to going to an investment counselor. You go to an investment counselor, it's their job to say, oh, I think gold's going to do well, or these mutual funds I think are going to tank. They're giving you their opinion. They're giving you their advice.
Right.
Doesn't mean you have to take it.
Yeah.
We are in charge of our life, not our chart. We can choose to do things the hard way.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
We are in charge in our life, not our chart.
Yes.
So you can change the chart?
You can't change the chart, but you can change how you react to it. Can
you change the circumstances that?
Yes. Let's say you have some difficulties in your chart, in your childhood going forward, and you end up becoming a drug addict. So, that's a form of escape. Life is hard. You turn to drugs. Yeah. So there you are. You become a drug addict. You're 20 years old. You're not in college. You're, trying to feed your habit. But by 22, you get clean. And by 24, you're working as a counselor in a halfway house, helping other drug addicts or alcoholics. That energy is still there.
Right.
But it's not there in a way that's hurting your life anymore because you took charge of it and you're finding a better way to use it.
Wow, that's good.
So the energies in our chart are there our whole life, but the way they come out and we work with them does not have to be stuck in stone your whole life. We can change that.
It's good to know. So where can people find you if they want to work with you?
You can find me online like most everybody else these days. I have a website. It's www.exploreastrology.com. And every month on my website, I put out free predictions for every sign every month. Not everybody can afford a reading. Not everybody needs a whole 1 hour reading. And so every month you can go to my website and you can check out what's going on with Scorpio in February, what's going on with whatever your child's sign is, your boss's sign. It's completely free. You don't have to join anything or pay anything. I also am on Facebook. You can look at Explore Astrology with Susan Reynolds or Susan Reynolds. I have 2 Facebook pages. And every day I post where the moon is, what the moon is doing.
Oh, nice.
The moon is going to be in Capricorn today, and it might be a good day to work hard and get your projects done. Capricorn's very business oriented, So you can find me on Facebook. You can find me online.
I also saw something when I was looking online. Are you teaching astrology class?
I am going to start a beginning astrology class for the spiritual student in March.
I love that. I love
And
that.
so many people tell me, and over the years have told me, I like astrology, but I'm not good at math and it's too intimidating. They're kind of scared of it.
Yeah.
And so over the years, I've sort of developed a different way of teaching astrology.
Very
And I
cool.
take the math out of it, and it's very relatable. And it used to be 6 weeks because I teach them the pieces of astrology.
Mm.
And every piece is very understandable. It's not hard at all. But then I decided to add in 2 weeks and make it an 8-week class last decade, I think, because I wanted people to be able to put the pieces together and read a chart.
Oh, nice.
So those last couple of weeks, we're looking at reading your chart, reading the other student's chart, really being able to speak astrology.
Very cool. Very cool.
So yeah, I love teaching astrology. And something I've been kind of thinking about is doing like a little 1-hour talk once a month about a different topic, like maybe $10 or something
Yeah.
very affordable. And one of the things I want to talk about is your marvelous, magical, mystical moon,
Oh.
because our moon so influences us. And I'm like, well, I should really talk about this Neptune-Saturn conjunction, and I should talk about Uranus. And I'll just say there's a lot to talk about this year.
Yeah.
So yes, I do teach, and I do sometimes go and give talks at different places about astrology and what's coming up and how you can use it. Over the years, as I've meditated, as I've worked with my guides, as I've learned, hopefully, and started to expand my skill set, I have had visions of Atlantis. I talk about connecting with your spirit guides. I move into probably a lot of very woo-woo kind of subjects.
Well, there's a lot of woo-woo fans out there. So
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh,
And
it's been my pleasure.
yes, you've been amazing. All right. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.